I'm gonna do 2 different videos about depression. So this is video part 1. This is for the people who have depression. Video 2 will be for people dealing with friends who are dealing with depression. Not gonna be sad or dreary. I just wanna talk about the fact that you can do stuff and accomplish stuff even if you have depression. Legal disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or any kind of medical professional, and this is just conversation and information and not advice. One thing that's true about depression is that everyone's depression is different. Mine might be different than yours. One of the things that happens to me when I'm dealing with my depression is that really basic stuff is difficult for me. Like really basic. Checking the mail, I hate it. Things that are the minutia of normal people life, hate that stuff. When I'm depressed, it's really hard for me to want to do the basic stuff. And you know, to be honest, when I'm not depressed, it's hard for me to want to do the basic stuff. Oh, the irony. So I was getting ready to record this video, but I was having a little trouble because it's kind of hard to talk about depression when you're not exactly feeling depressed. But then I went to CVS because I had to pick up a prescription. And when they asked me for my ID, I have a temporary ID. Because when you go to get a new license, at least in Massachusetts, you have to wait 5 business days for the real one to show up and they give you a piece of paper. That's not valid as identification, so I can't pick up my prescription. Because in 2017, when I can 3D print car parts, I can't get a driver's license for 5 business days. So what depression does is you're in a pretty good mood and then something can just swamp you. Something can just knock you right down and take out your energy, take out your drive, and really put you in a spot where you're like, okay, that's it, I quit, I'm just going back to bed. That's how I feel right now. So it's a good time to talk about this, I guess, unfortunately. Thing is, I've got stuff to do. I've got work to do. I've got all kinds of things to do before I go off on a quick business trip. And so I don't really get the chance to just jump back into a bed. But in an unfortunate and annoying way, this is what I want to talk to you about. When you have depression, you can't just do what you want to do and cancel everything. I mean, you can minimalize some stuff, but you can't necessarily just cancel everything. So you've got to figure out what you can and can't do. So for instance, I've got to do laundry again. I've let it go way too long again because, again, real boring, modern mundanity stuff, laundry. One thing depression loves for you to do is waste time. And I'll tell you one thing about wasted time and wasted days. They bite you so bad on the other end. I'm behind on a couple things and it's all because of depression. Thank you, depression. I waste time when I'm depressed and you do too. And so I have some ideas or tips. And again, this is just information. It's not advice. And if you need meds, you need meds and all that kind of stuff. But I'll give you some tips. 1, great sleep. Great sleep is always better for managing your depression. Number 2, the gym. Work out. And if you can't afford a gym, go for brisk walks, lift heavy things. That's all you have to do. You just have to make your body move. And I know when you're feeling depressed, that's the last thing you want to do. Number 3, small projects, small wins. Anytime you're stuck with really bad stuff, small projects, small wins. Number 4, wallow, but only wallow for a little bit. The more you allow yourself to wallow, the more you stick with wallowing. That's where the problem comes. 5, lastly, never look to other people to solve your depression. Just tell some people you love them and see if you can help some other people. Helping other people is the fastest route out of depression. Not help them in some kind of weird way that serves you, but help them in a way that helps them. Something simple, it could be easy. Make someone else a meal, whatever, but help other people. It gets you out of your depression faster. 2 last tips. One of them is kind of annoying to me when I'm feeling depressed. Get outside. Go outside into nature of any kind. Even if you live in the downtown of a city, go find a bush or something like that. Get sunlight if you can. Vitamin D helps. Breathe in air if you can. And go check out anything related to nature. If you're near water or the woods or anything, it always helps. Nature's a great therapist. Very last one, deep breath. Slow, deep breath. This releases chemicals that help make you feel better. Super slow, deep breath. You can call it meditation or you can just call it breathing. Doesn't matter, either way. Work on it either way. Slow, deep breaths. So if I counted right, I really hope I did. That was 7 ideas and tips. Last is a bit of a pep talk, sort of. And if you are not feeling very well, don't watch this because nobody wants to hear anybody trying to tell you how to be chipper when you're feeling down. By the way, depression never is about being chipper. It's just about getting yourself through the mess. So here's what I want to say. You have depression and you have stuff to do. You have depression and you're a good person who does good things, and sometimes you're not having such a great day of it, and it doesn't work as well. You have depression, and sometimes it makes you feel really lazy. It makes you feel like you can't accomplish anything, whatever. You get through. You will get through. You always get through. It always happens. Depression's a lot like that water. It just flows, right? Like, you don't get to stop it. It just comes, goes, and you can be in it and ride with it, or you can try to push against it. Just ride with it. And never be embarrassed about your depression. Don't be embarrassed about it. It's just something you're dealing with. You don't necessarily have to tell people if you don't want, but don't feel bad. Depression's not, it's a medical thing, right? You're just dealing with it. It's not something you should feel guilty or ashamed or embarrassed about. This last piece of advice is for me. I'm telling it to me, but maybe it'll be useful to you. Chris Brogan, do not talk to other people when you're feeling depressed about the things you're depressed about, because it's always dumb and it's always gonna sound dumb. It's like when you explain your dream to somebody, it never makes sense to anybody besides you. So don't do it. And just remember, you're gonna come out, you're gonna come out, you're gonna come out. It's okay. Do those 7 steps, walk your way through, come back out the other side. It's all we can do, right? Time now for one quick viewer question. So Lenny asked the question, does Chris just walk around with his camera like that all the time? And the answer is no. No, I don't, Lenny. I have a real life day job, Lenny. But because I'm a guy working on experiments and doing some video and stuff like that, Lenny, I'm telling you right now that I carry my camera with me to do specific projects.
I'm sorry, Lenny.
Who gave you up, I wonder? So anyway, Lenny, the answer is no, I don't just walk around shooting stuff all day. However, I gotta tell you something. I think that more people are going to, or should, start walking around with their cameras a little bit more, because I think that with more video being the point, I think we're gonna get to a point where we need to deliver a little bit more content than we're used to, and it's gonna be visual. That's my answer, Lenny. If you've got questions, you can send them to me at chris@owner.media, or just talk to Jack about it.